Alright, in this video I'm going to be going over the main card of UFC Fight Night 100. Carlos Prates versus Neil Magny. Horrible main event for this card. It's a 100th anniversary. It's a 100th card. Why are we having Carlos Prates versus Neil Magny? It's horrible. Neil Magny is coming off of a knockout loss, and Carlos Prates is barely ranked. Doesn't make any sense. There's no hype. This card sucks. Cody Garbrandt's gone. It was the only fun thing. Carlos Prates is pretty good. He is pretty exciting. The fighting nerds in general are very exciting, so we'll get to that. But I'm going to be going over the main card. We'll start with Mansour Abdul Malik versus Dusko Todorovic. This is a momentum right here. I'm going to go with Mansour. I think that he is 6-0, undefeated, all finishes, 1 submission, 5 knockouts. He's a beast. He's doing it against not great people, but he is finishing people. He has a great finishing streak. And Dusko is coming off a KO loss to Christian Leroy Duncan. So, momentum based. Dusko is good. He has finishing potential as well. He's not that bad. He's not great, but he's not that bad. And I think Mansour will do pretty good and finish him, is my take with that. Yes, I actually don't think Mansour got a knockout in his contender series. Or his Dana White, his contender. I don't know though. I actually don't know that, but I still think 6-0 mostly finishes, if not all finishes. I think he's gonna win. Next, Luana Pinheiro versus Julian Robertson. So here's the thing about this. Julian Robertson, I pick against her often, and she often wins. She has good grappling. She's ugly as shit. And yeah, I'm going to pick her to win. I think she's going to out-grapple Luana Pinheiro. It's how Jillian Robertson always wins, and I see her winning like that again in this fight. Luana's good, but I think Jillian Robertson is going to be able to grapple her. And when you get a girl down, they do not get back up almost every single time. And Jillian Robertson gets women down. So I'm going to go with her to win this. This fight does not matter. Next, Gerald Meerschaert versus Reiner de Ridder. This is interesting. I like this. Gerald, our boy, is going to hold down the fort for the UFC. Reiner de Ridder is coming from two weight division champ. 17-2. He's very good. He's old though. I will say that he's old. So is Gerald. Gerald has a lot of finishes. I think he has a finishing record in middleweight or some shit, or maybe in the entire UFC or something. Gerald's like really bad good. He's like not great, but he's great at the same time. And Reiner de Ridder is going to get fraud checked by him. I know he's a 2-time world champion, so he's beyond the fraud label. But I think Gerald Meerschaert is actually going to get this one done. I think Reiner is going to be faced with Gerald's stupid, dumb grappling that is so effective against anyone that's not very good. I know Reiner Ritter is good, but I think that Gerald Meerschaert will be able to negate the grappling. I think Reiner de Ridder on the feet with Gerald is interesting. I just have a feeling our boy Gerald is going to hold it down. GM3 is going to hold the fort and kick out Reiner de Ridder from the UFC. I think there's a reason the UFC put Reiner de Ridder on the main card of a Apex fight night. I think it's because Gerald Meerschaert is going to get this one done by finish on the feet. I don't see him submitting Reiner de Ridder, but I think it's not a great pick. I feel like Reiner de Ridder has the momentum to get this one done. But Gerald's dangerous in a dumb, really dumb way. So I think Gerald's going to get this one done. Maybe a dumb pick, but I have a feeling. So I'm going to go with it. Next, Ricky Turcios versus Bernardo Sapage. So this one's weird. Ricky Turcios is... I don't like Ricky Turcios. I also think he's not that good. He had a moments against Raul Rosas Jr. that were pretty good. He almost finished him, actually. Except for Raul Rosas' big, fat, freak chin. Did not let him get the choke in. So there was no way of submitting Raul Rosas via rear naked choke. There's zero way it's happening. It's not happening. Never try it. You're not going to get it. His chin is in the way permanently. So he couldn't get that done, and then Raul Rosas submitted him back. So I don't like that. I don't like that he's coming off of that. He's been out for a bit. He's okay. He starts pretty. He's pretty aggressive, kind of a freak guy. Bernardo Sapage is pretty damn good. He's 11-3. He's doing good. He didn't do great. He did his UFC debut against Vinicius Oliveira and got flying knee KO'd in the most brutal way of all time. But it was on short notice. And Sapage was doing great before that against Vinicius Oliveira, who is proven to be very good, especially against grapplers. And Sapage did very good against Vinicius until he got fucking obliterated by that flying knee. It was sick. And for non-biased reasons, I'm going to pick Bernardo Sapage to win this. I hate Ricky Turcios. That's not why I'm picking Bernardo. I do think Bernardo is a little bit better. I think he's a little bit more solid. I think on a full camp he's going to show us levels. I think Ricky Turcios is just not that guy. And I think Bernardo is going to be able to kind of not expose, because Ricky isn't that good, but he's going to expose holes in his game. And I think he's going to be able to take him down and hold him down, beat him up. I think that's what's going to happen. Vinicius Oliveira is good. He's a good fighter. He just beat Ricky Simone. Ricky Simone's a damn good wrestler. Ricky Simone kind of sucks, actually. But either way, I'm going with Bernardo Sapage to win this fight. Hopefully he gets it done. Next, the main event, I think. Neil Magny versus Carlos Prates. So this sucks. Why is this the main event? But it's our main event. And Carlos Prates is actually sick. Coming off a win against Li Jingliang. First one to knock him out ever. He's sick. He's on the Fighting Nerds team. All the Fighting Nerds are fucking incredible fighters. They're all amazing. They're all very good at everything they do. They're all deadly finishers, Carlos Prates included. Neil Magny is the gatekeeper beast of welterweight. He is the gatekeeper for a reason. He beats everybody that's mid, and he has even beat some good people. Like, he beat Jeff Neal somehow, some way. He beats like weirdly good people sometimes too, but he is the gatekeeper. If you're not a caliber of prospect that is going to go forward in the UFC, like Michael Morales, who knocked him out in their last fight, you're not going to get past Neil Magny. Mike Mallet found out the hard way that he isn't cut out for the top of the division. He shit on Neil Magny for most of the fight, and Neil somehow got the finish at the end. He finds a way, but he's not going to find a way against Carlos Prates. Neil Magny loses to these guys that are that level of prospect, like Michael Morales. And Carlos Prates is that level of prospect. He's in that range. He's going to be able to finish Neil Magny. He's going to chew him up with low kicks, which happens in every single one of Neil Magny's fights that he's ever lost. Ian Gary shit on him through just leg kicks. Carlos Prates is a big dude. Neil Magny won't be able to size him up at all. Same with what it's going to be pretty much, I think it's going to be pretty much exactly what Michael Morales did. Neil Magny's going to shoot probably. Carlos is going to probably stuff it. I don't think he gets fraud checked in the grappling. All the Fighting Nerds are very good at grappling. He trains with Caio Baralho, which is a very good grappler in the middleweight division. And now in the top, I think he's the number 5. So that's already sick training partner for Carlos Prates. I think Carlos finishes Magny in the first or second round, to be honest. I think he is incredibly dangerous. He gets body shot finishes. He gets headshot finishes. He gets finishes everywhere. He finishes everywhere. And I think that Carlos Prates will get this one done against Neil. I think Neil's time is up. I think he's done. He's also fighting 2 months after he just got KO'd. Not good for him at all. And Carlos is coming off of a finish. So this is a no-brainer for me. Carlos Prates wins via finish. Probably knockout. Not a spinning elbow like Michael, but he'll finish him. And if Neil Magny wins, that sucks for the UFC. But it sucks for us either way, because this card sucks and this main event sucks. But that is it. those are my picks for this card. I wish Cody Garbrandt was still fighting. I think he would have beaten Miles Johns. I think he's quick as shit, but I guess we don't have to care about that anymore. So I'll see you soon.